Hello and welcome back to Brother Main Sudoku. I am Theta, and it's a pleasure to have you viewing and upbeat this morning. That's what I'm hoping for you. Speaking love and light into every area of your life. I'm hoping that you're staying motivated, that you're able to tackle all of your endeavors and get everything done that you need to and find achievement and success in your life. So in Brother Main Sudoku, what we do is we solve Sudoku puzzles for the ASMR experience, of course, as well as the some strategy explanation as we go through. So this is an extreme puzzle today, going to be fairly challenging, but I'm going to show you the strategy that we're going to use as we go, the strategies that we're going to use, as we go through. You're going to see that it's still very solvable. You know, it's pretty daunting. You got a lot of missing boxes, not too many pre-filled in. I mean, you know, explain that strategy as you go through and you'll see that it's not too bad actually. Now, I'm not going to explain what a Sudoku puzzle is or how it's solved. If you want to see that, please check out my preliminary videos, more so the medium and the hard puzzle videos, the first few of those if you want to check those out and know what a Sudoku puzzle is, or you can look it up by yourself. But if you want to see me explain that, check out those first few videos. I will take some time, however, to explain the features that this particular app offers, and then we'll dive right in. So this is the Sudoku app that's offered by Beetle Studio. It's definitely on the Google Play Store. I am an Android user, so you'll find it on the Google Play Store. I do believe it's also on the iOS store. It has a 4.5 rating and 50 million plus downloads, so very popular. I will note here, one of the features that it offers is it will highlight if you place the incorrect digit in a box. So it gives you kind of an uncanny Sudoku experience that I like, but I do understand not everybody's looking for that experience. They're looking for more of the typical Sudoku, similar to paper experience. And if you're looking for that, please check out a YouTube channel. It's called Shark Cookie. Her name is Shark Cookie, and she does all sorts of brain puzzles. So that as well, if you're looking for more different types of brain puzzles and things like that, you'll find those on her channel. She's an amazing, lovely woman, and you'll definitely enjoy her channel. But in the descriptions of her Sudoku videos, especially, I do believe she puts the link to this particular software she's using. If I remember correctly, it's off the iOS store, but it doesn't highlight where the wrong digits are. You don't accrue something called mistakes that you'll see here in the left hand corner, where it would have highlighted where it was wrong, and you would have accrued a mistake. It's more of that typical Sudoku experience. So let's go ahead and, if you'll follow me to this top right corner, I'm going to click right there, and it's going to show you an array of that feature as well as other features that are offered on this app. So in this settings, you're going to see how to play here. If you click this, the little rightward arrow, that'll give you that'll tell you how the Sudoku puzzle is and how it's solved, if you want to take a look at that. It also offers the audio effect, which you can toggle on or off if you like that little click when you click on the blocks or boxes, whatever you refer them to. I like to refer to them as blocks and do something called spin the block. So it's an amazing thing. We also have vibration here if you're using mobile, and notification if you like that puzzle of the day reminder kind of deal. You also have the timer here, which for the sake of the enjoyment of this channel, I do keep it toggled on, but I do not regard it, meaning I just use it for curiosity's sake, but I don't try to stay within a certain time limit on a particular difficulty puzzle. One of the main features I'm going to explain here is the mistakes limit, as we were talking about before. So it shows that you technically lose the game at 3 or more mistakes. So at 3 mistakes, you forfeit your points, you forfeit your win streak. You have to watch a 30-second commercial if you do want to get back in there, which is, again, a bad thing. You can get back in there and get that completion of satisfaction if you like, but for the sake of the enjoyment of this channel, again, I keep it toggled off, and I just do something like this. If we go back here, again, they're in the left-hand corner at the top. I just say to myself, if it was 3 that would lose the puzzle, then I keep my mistakes at 2 or fewer to get that completion of satisfaction. That keeps it still fair and challenging, and I use it on a preemptive, proactive manner. You'll hear me say that on my videos a lot. What I mean by that is I afford myself 2 guesses, then as to what a particular box is if I absolutely need to do it. I really want to go for 0 mistakes, 0 guesses at all, and just use that strategy throughout, which you'll see. But if I have to, at most 2, and I still get that completion of satisfaction that I know for myself. So if we'll jump here to the bottom, we stay on that tangent. You have something called the hints here in the bottom right corner, and that just what a hint does is it tells you just exactly, it goes ahead and reveals what the solution, it fills it in for you for a particular block. So it looks like I have 1 accrued, but I definitely stay away from that. The only time you'll see me use that is if it gives me 17 or fewer pre-filled in boxes on something like an Expert or Extreme. Again, I stave it off to the very end if I absolutely need it. But if they give me 17 or fewer boxes in the beginning, then I say, you know, if I've accrued a hint, then it's still fair, and things like that. As we move left, you'll see the manual pencil and then something called the speed pencil, the manual pencil. We go ahead and demonstrate. If you turn it on, it's similar to the paper Sudoku pencil experience, where if I click a potential box, I can say, hey, you know, maybe 7 goes in that box, and we'll just mark a natural little annotation instead of putting in 7 definitely for the box. We don't know that yet, so it just puts in a mark of annotation. I can do this for as many possibilities. I can go ahead and maybe throw a 3 in there, and I'll put the 3 in there as well. So I'm just going to take those back out by clicking on them again, and then turn my pencil off. You're going to want to make sure it's on when you want it on and off when you want it off, because if it's off when you want it on, you will accrue a mistake, and then that'll count against you. You have next to it the speed pencil or fast pencil. I call it a speed pencil, and just basically for the price of a 30-second commercial, it'll go ahead and auto-populate all of the pencil markings and annotations for all the box, so all the potential solutions. It's kind of just a faster manual pencil, and it's more digitally accurate. You know, I'm not going in there and putting in, you know, what I think. It'll just auto-populate all of them for me. So without further ado, we're going to jump right in. One of the first things that you're going to want to do is figure out, you know, where do I have the fewest boxes missing? Where do I have the fewest boxes missing? Looks like we don't have too many pre-filled, but let's go ahead and count too, because we might have that hint that we can use as a last-ditch effort. So let's go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it is exactly 17. So if we absolutely need to, we can use that hint, and that still makes it fair and challenging, but we will stay that off to the end. All right, so it doesn't look like we have too many filled in anywhere, right? Which might seem a little daunting, but we're going to use this next strategy then. One of the main things that pops out to me is this 9, right? And I'm looking in this row, I know I can't repeat the 9s, right? That's one of the constraints of Sudoku, but I see the 9 cannot go in here then, because a 9 would repeat. A 9 cannot go in any of these 3 boxes. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is do something called, the annotation. I'm going to go ahead and place a soft 9 in these 2 boxes, and it's particular because it's also in this 3x3 box. It's 2 places where the 9 can go. It's either one of 2 places where the 9 can go to fulfill the row requirement as well as the 3x3 box requirement. So I know the 9s for this row must go in one of these 2 boxes, which helps me then crosshatch. For instance, if I crosshatch, then the 9 must go in here, so the 9 cannot repeat here, and in any of these 3 boxes for this 9, and this 9 crosshatches in the middle. That means the 9 for this 3x3 box right here must go in either of these 2 spots. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that for anywhere I see that kind of pattern, right? So the 9s go in these 2 little boxes. I know for this row, the 9s go in these 2 boxes and one of these 2 boxes and nowhere else. All right. So we're just going to stay on that tangent. We're going to go ahead and then the 7 crosshatches, right? The 7 crosshatches, a perfect cross right here. We're going to place the 7 in this box, and that means this is 7-9 period. You'll hear that lingo in Sudoku a lot, especially if you check out Sharp Cookie too. She uses that too. It's a common strategy, especially in the harder puzzles, to go ahead and put a pair. That means I know the 7 and 9 go here. What does that let me know? In these 2 boxes, it's either a 7 or a 9. That means if I'm missing, again, the 8, the 1, the 4, the 6, and things like that, I know those aren't going to go in these 2 boxes. That helps it narrow down a lot, right? All right, so we know it's a 7-9 pair here, which helps me then, if I know this is a 7-9 pair, I can go ahead and crosshatch the 7s here, the 7s here, and the 7 here to place my 7 definitely in this box, and that's going to be correct. Which then, if you remember what we just recently did with the 2 9s, if it was in one of 2 places, that means this is definitely the 9. So you'll see that strategy a lot in Sudoku. You'll definitely will, where you're able to figure out a pair, and then where it was between 2 places, 2 definite places for one solution for the box. If you figure out one of the boxes, that means by default, process of elimination, it must go in the other box. Let's see if we can find any more of those situations. Those are really interesting, and you're going to want to get used to those when you play Sudoku. So the next thing that pops out to me is the 5 in this 3x3 box. I'm just looking for this little crosshatch here to leave me only. I'm looking for crosshatches that leave me only 2 options for a particular solution. So if this 5 crosshatches here, what we're seeing is that then I make sure my pencil is on. The 5 must go in either this box or this box in this 3x3 square to the left. right? It'd be lovely if we can then get a pair in these two boxes, but we can't. We don't have enough information just yet, but we will soon. I do see something that just jumped out. The 7's perfectly crosshatch here to place a 7 definitely in the box, so we can go ahead and take that as well. And then we can continue on that tangent with the 7s to go ahead and crosshatch this 7, and this to place a 7 most definitely in that box. All right, so we're just using that. We're going to continue on that tangent. Crosshatch, we're epically spinning the blocks on 7. So it's amazing. You'll hear me say that lingo a lot, spinning the block. And that's what it is. We're just tagging out a lot of boxes in succession. We're staying on that 7 and getting that guy. So that 7 right here, and we're going to hit the 7 right here in this middle. Let's see if we can stay on that tangent. All right, we crosshatch here to place the 7 here. Awesome. And then because we did that, it was in one of those two places. So this is the last 7, I believe, and we just completed the 7. So that's a beautiful, lovely thing. We epically spun the block. And because this was, again, a 7-9 pair, and the 7 goes in this box, that's going to complete the 9 over here. And that's an amazing thing. All right, we're going to stay on that tangent, and we're going to then, I see something that particularly jumps out with the 3s. If you notice in this far right column of these 3x3 boxes, the 3 cannot repeat in this 3x3 box for these two squares, nor in this square, so then this must be the 3. Wait, that's not correct. Oops, I was mistaken. I accrued a mistake. That's not correct. The 3 is in then either here or here. That helps us though, because I didn't see this box. That means this must be the 3, and that means this must be the 5, and we can maybe spin on that to go ahead and help us, you know, maybe spin on that. Yes, we can use that. So we use that mistake. I did accrue 1 mistake, so that's our first mistake. Let's see if we can stay still under 2. So you see how that works, where you accrue a mistake like that. So I did make a mistake there. 5, 5, and then 5. So this 5 definitely goes here. And that's just one thing where I just didn't see that. So you just want to slow down. Sometimes when you're marking in the boxes, you forget that it's just an annotation. It looks like you solved that box. Yeah, that's one of the things that I don't like. And sometimes it confuses you when you go back over it. It's like, oh, is that an annotation or something like that? So just that's going to be where you want to slow down, because that was just a silly error and things like that. So, but the 8 definitely cross hatches. Let's just make sure 8 cross hatches here to place the 8 in this box most definitely. All right, we're just going to stay on that tangent. We are missing then, it looks like we can use our little double box strategy to go ahead and place the 6 in one of these two boxes. So it's going to be 6 and 6 right here. Awesome. We can then use our cross hatching strategy from there to cross hatch the 6s to these two boxes right here. And anywhere where you place these double boxes, you're just looking for maybe a pair to finish it out. So do we get a pair to finish it out? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like we get a pair anywhere to finish it out per se, but we do get the 8s that cross hatch to this middle right here. We get the 8s that cross hatch to this middle. All right, that's not a pair for this, so don't confuse that with a pair for this. We're looking then for maybe, and this is one of the strategies I use, we're looking for the 3 to cross hatch maybe, or anything that's going to cross hatch and things like that. So, but we don't see any cross hatching going on right now too much. Let's see if we can stay on that tangent. Okay, we see the 5s cross hatch here, so place the 5s in either of these two boxes right here. Awesome. All right, then we are just missing the 4, the 1, the 6, right? And we can't do much with that. We have the 4 that cross hatches to these two boxes, which kind of helps us. Anywhere where you get that, let's see if we can get a pair. We can't get a pair. Doesn't look like it, so we can't get a pair just yet. But we have these 4s that cross hatch here. 4s in one of these two boxes, most definitely. We're just going to continue on that level. Let's see if we can do anything more of the 8s than cross hatch to these two boxes. And you really just want to do, it's tempting sometimes to come out of the 3x3 squares, but you want to get it to just 2 places in 3x3 squares. We might use our fast pencil here shortly just to save on time, because I do have a time constraint. So we might jump to that, but not just yet. I like to keep it, to the end. Use this strategy first to go ahead and eliminate some things, and then use that towards the end, and that's a beautiful thing. So we do see the threes kind of crosshatch here to these two boxes, which helps us out. Right, yeah, just making sure, again, you want to follow the 3, 3, and 3, so the 3 is going to be in these two boxes. All right, one of these two boxes, and we don't really have much of a pattern that we can place pairs. So you wanted to look for pairs at the beginning for that. All right, we don't really get much here. All right, looks like we crosshatched the 5s here, and I didn't see that. Looks like we crosshatched, if I'm not mistaken, then the 5 definitely goes in that box, which helps us out. All right, that does help us out. There. So, okay, we can then use that same logic here to then place our 5s in these two middle boxes here. Right? Right, that's cool, that's a good thing. Awesome, we don't really get a pair there. We get our 3s. We get our 3, look at our 3. Looks like our 3 crosshatches to right here, if I'm not mistaken, make sure. Okay, so then that eliminated. Watch, it did two things here. Because it was one of two spots here, that places our 3 in the middle. I hope you're following along. And because it was an 8 in one of these two spots, this is definitely our 8. Right? And that's how that works. That's why you want to set it up like that, where you're getting that pattern. We can continue with that with the 6 here, where it's not a 6 in this box or this box, but in this 3x3 square, now we know that the 6 must go, and you want to make sure it's on. The 6 must go in one of these two boxes. So that's a beautiful thing. All right. We then want to continue on that tangent with the 9s. The 9s look like they crosshatch here and here, so we're going to place the 9s right here. And again, we're looking for any pairs we can on that note, and it doesn't look like we get any. But look at this, because we did the cross hatching of the 9s here, our 9 must definitely go in this box for this 3x3 square. Let's see if we can finish out then this 3x3 square. We're missing the 4, the 2, and the 1. Doesn't look like we have enough information, but let's see if we can go ahead and crosshatch anymore. Doesn't look like we definitely can, but we know our 9s are in this box, these two boxes right here. So that's a beautiful thing. We get the 9s that crosshatch here and here to place our 9 in one of these two boxes. I don't think we have a pair that we can do just yet. It's gonna be the 2, the 1, the 4, the 6, and the 9. And we just don't have it just yet. Right? We might go ahead and use our pencil. We're already at 20 minutes. We might go ahead and use our speed pencil. I like to stay away from it, especially when I have pairs set up. I like to stay away from it, but I do have that constraint. I do apologize. It's just my videos can't be that long. We're gonna place our 2s here in the middle. See if we can make some headway. We're missing the 4, the 1, the 2, and the 6 from this. We can place the 6s in the middle. Let's see what all we can place in the middle here in these 3 boxes here. If the 6 can't go, that means the 6 must go in one of these 3 boxes. Then we're missing just the 1 and the 4. Doesn't look like we can do much there, but we know the 2 goes in one of these 2 boxes, which kind of helps us a little bit. Not too much. All right. And it's a peculiar thing. It's a peculiar thing, right? All right, so for the sake of time, I am forced to go ahead and watch the 30-second commercial. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just use that speed. So we went ahead and used that speed pencil, and you'll see why I don't really particularly like it too early is because it fills in too much. But I do like it because it shows me, or does reveal some things. So it revealed that the 3 can only go in this box, so that's definitely 3 here. Then we can spin on 3s and then complete some things out. So as you see, it does highlight where the remaining things are. If it's just the one place that can go, we can see in this row here, we have the 9 here. We can place the 9 there. Can we spin on 9s? We can. We can epically spin right here, hit that boy out, and everything like that. So that's one of those things, and it does help sometimes to go ahead and use your speed pencil. So it's nothing where it's too bad there. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to continue on that tangent, and we're going to just look for some patterns where some certain things have to go. Looks like in this row we have the 8 that must go here. That helps us then narrow down. We have the 9s that must go here, the 4s that must go here. So we can go ahead and take a 4 out of, we can take the 4 out of here, make sure it's on here and here like we had it before. We just have a few more options there that can go there. We have the 8s that are locked in here. We have the 9s that are locked in here. It looks like 5 can only go in this box. We're just gonna go and tag that 5 out. That helps us. Also, everything helps to narrow down. We can go ahead and knock this 5 out. It's going to help us swing back on this guy and then bang out that sign up of a number 1 right here. And then we're getting there with Gucci. We're hitting this nice 2. I love 2. We're going to hit this nice 8. Okay. And then we're going to continue on that note. And we're getting, as you see, we're getting to the end of this puzzle here. So definitely a lot of features that I do like. As we see, we do have, we're just looking for any more patterns where we can isolate anything. Let's see. I thought I saw a pattern here. I don't see any more patterns. This might be where we have to either use some strategy or we can take an educated guess. Now we put the we took the 8 out of here. It's the 2 and the 6 that must go in here somewhere. We see that we have 3 options for a 2 right here. We have then 1 option for a 2 right here. So we're going to swing back on that, but it looks like we don't have to do that yet. We can go ahead and tag out the 6 here and come to the conclusion that a 2 goes here and a 6 goes here. That's an amazing thing. We're then able to place the 2 in this box, and you see we definitely sped up by using that speed pencil. So we're able to tag this out. That's gonna be one of the features that you're gonna want to use. That strategy beforehand is what I figured out, because I'm learning alongside you guys too as well. I'm not the best Sudoku player, and I do not purport to be. If you're looking for somebody a little bit more, seasoned, definitely check out some more channels on there as well. I definitely support other people and things like that. I don't believe in competition and things like that. So because we can all do what we want to do in the world, there's no limit on who can do what. So definitely check out some other channels. There's one channel in particular. It's called Cracking the Cryptic, and he does something called Dutch Whispers. Now that's definitely the elevated, more difficult Sudoku thing. On this channel, you'll see we play smart, not hard. If it's easier, that's much better. But definitely we do the challenging puzzles and things like that. But on Cracking the Cryptic, he does something called Dutch Whispers. We're just circling around as I talk to you guys. Dutch Whispers offers different rules for the solution of the puzzle. You only get 2 boxes filled in 1 3x3 square for the whole puzzle. So just only 2 boxes at the beginning, but you do get other constraints, different constraints, as well as you get, we're going to tag out this one here. You do get, where he starts playing on the diagonal, which gets really interesting. Definitely a video you might want to check out. Again, it's called Cracking the Cryptic for that. And he uses a different kind of software as well. He has links in his descriptions of his videos as well. But as you see, the last feature that we're going to want to note here, we're just going to go ahead and tag out this 6. It looks like the 2 right next to it. Then maybe that 8, or maybe this 1. Go ahead and do that. And then you're going to see this last feature, which is the autocomplete. We're going to hit that. What it does is just computes that you figured out enough of the boxes to go ahead and give you a final solution, the beautiful animation on the whole puzzle that I really like. And I'll take this time at the end of the video to talk to you about a few things. Now, again, my name is Theta, and I do love having you guys, so please get in the comments. All right, so we're back. Yeah, and so what's going to happen is, I'm Theta, and what I do is I'm a writer, and I'm an aspiring screenwriter as well. And I'm working on a few projects. The first one is called Brother Main. It's my screenwriting project, and the other one is just a main writing project, 1,000-page academic text called Method for Correctly Conducting Conscious. If you'll nip over to my main channel, Brother Main 777, I do have that introductory video up where it's going to explain what those two projects are, the plot of the screenwriting project, as well as the basic premise behind the main writing project. But yeah, so I won't take too much time to talk about that here. Please just nip over there and watch that introductory video, especially if you are an industry professional or know industry professionals. It's all about networking in the media entertainment business. It's all about who you know sometimes. So if you know anybody or you are an industry professional, please check that out. Or if you just want to read it, you'll see my handles. They probably already popped up. I do have my work on Cover Flyer Free Film Way for viewing. If you want to read those things, people love to read. And if you love to read those things, screenplays, scripts like I do, you definitely love to read that and things like that. But yeah, definitely hit the likes, notifications, subscribe. Again, get in those comments with what you're wanting to see more. I'm still debating on the giant puzzles, just because I did one the other day. The giant puzzles introduce alphabet letters, so it's 8 numbers and 8 alphabet letters per 4x4 grid instead of 3x3 grid. 16-digit rows and 16-digit columns. It's a very extensive puzzle. It's not the difficulty that kind of makes me a little bit wary. It's the fact that it took me about an hour, and I'm trying to keep these videos down to a certain length. So I do thank you guys for getting the comments and letting me know how you like them and liking the videos and what you want to see, and I will definitely see you in the next one.